It's been a few days since I put out a video, but rest assured, I have not given up. I've not gone away. I am still here. But my life had to take a bit of a pivot, and now my schedule is much more restricted. So some house cleaning. I had to go and get myself a job so that I can continue to live. I guess when you want food and a place to live, it turns out you need employment. That's sort of a necessary evil of life. The problem with trying to make my current schedule work is that my job is me being at work at 3 a.m. with 10, 12-hour shifts. So it makes it hard to find the time to do the things that I want to do to get better and do this as well. But I have not stopped. I look at it as a sacrifice. Getting the job, I mean, is part of a sacrifice, and it's I think it's something that has to be done so that I can work towards a future where I might be more fulfilled in the things that I do, like stuff like this. I think that making sacrifices in your life does not mean that you've given up. You sometimes might feel like your time would be better spent doing something else. Like, oh man, why do I have to spend it going to work to be able to afford to do stuff? Like, it just like life shouldn't be like that. But unfortunately it is. And I think a lot of people my age and younger tend to think of that as a negative, when it's, I think, a great sign of not necessarily growing up, but finding the discipline side of yourself when you're able to recognize that, yes, I'm sacrificing now for the future. It's that whole idea of foregoing now so that you might have later. That you can take the sacrifices of today and get something more out of it in the future. I could have not gotten a job and just kept trying to do this without any sort of financial support, but I think that would have been a very poor direction to keep going. I think it would definitely be easier if I just kept trying in that same vein of like, I'm just gonna keep putting out videos and I'm just gonna keep reading and doing all my stuff. But I think I probably would have ended up homeless or having to sell everything that I own to try and keep it going. And I don't think that's necessarily the right sacrifice to be making. I think my time is probably something a little bit easier to give up on. And just kind of, I might be burning the candle at both ends, so to speak, but again, sacrifice. I'm still working on the things that I want to, by the way. I'm still trying to improve. I've been working on my language learning stuff this entire time, even before I started making videos. And it's not necessarily something like digging deep into Rosetta Stone. It is trying to learn through input, and I have been doing that. In fact, I think I'll bring it up, boom, the thing that says, like, so you can see my streak of language learning stuff that I've been using on a website called Link. I should probably put that in the description below for anyone interested in language learning, but I've been doing that. It's slow, but you know, I'm making my way through it. I'm still reading, just not as much, I don't think, but I'm still doing it. Obviously, I'm waking up early still, because that was part of my goal, is to maintain a life where I'm getting up earlier. Well, I'm definitely doing it now. But most importantly, I am not letting this little part of this job that I'm doing, I'm not letting it ruin what I've built up so far. Granted, what I'm doing is only a few weeks old, but I can't let the fire that I had going go out quite yet. I am still exercising, and I'm still eating healthy. I don't want to, just because I'm working long shifts doesn't mean I can't find the time to cook some meals and prepare a lunch and some breakfast for the next day. I think it is eminently vital to maintain a healthy body and mind, and I have not been doing that in the past, but I'm definitely starting to come up on the future of, You know, making sure that I'm strong, I'm fit, and that my mind is able to navigate the world without being in a depressed haze. It's definitely a reason to not give up and to keep up the effort and the progress that I put in. I think it's just a continuation of the climb of improving the quality of my life, and I hope that you all can see that as it goes on. Because I mean, I could fail at this whole experiment that I'm doing for myself could be a failure, but it also could be something great. I think it's worth it to keep trying, to fight the fight and either fall face first in the dirt or keep slogging through and find your way to the other side of that mud and climb up the mountain that I've set up for myself. I'm sure most of us understand what failure and defeat look like. It's not something that's foreign to most people in life. But imagine how much sweeter that victory will be when it is more difficult than you imagined, but you still come out on the other side prevailing. So I hope that you don't look at the things in your life that you think are unnecessary, that you hate doing, as something that you should hate doing. You should take some pride in those sacrifices that you're making in your life. And I hope you can start doing that for yourself. Because I'll be honest, this job that I'm doing is not necessarily something that I enjoy, but I can wake up in the morning and go, you know what, this is a sacrifice that I'm making for my future, and it helps. And I hope that that kind of mindset will help you. I hope you enjoyed this video. It is something that the schedule might not be something that's hard set in stone, but I'm going to still be trying to push these out whenever I can. I'll be doing them periodically and hopefully have something new to talk about every time. And I will still be streaming in the evening on Fridays on Twitch, so you can catch me there live if you want to hang out and chat. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, leave some comments. Let me know what you want to know, ask some questions, or even give me advice. I'm happy to take it. But I am enjoying this, and I hope you are too. Peace out.